Iran says it uncovered and dismantled an alleged armed network linked to Israel and the United States during the renewed conflict. Tehran says an alleged armed operative accused of working for Israel and the U.S. was executed after conviction by Iranian authorities. Iranian officials have not publicly identified the alleged group, fueling speculation over the network Tehran claims to have uncovered. Iranian authorities said they seized bombs, firearms, and ammunition from the home of the convicted suspect before the execution. Iranian officials say the case sends a message that espionage and armed collaboration with foreign adversaries will face the harshest punishment. Iran executed protester Mehdi Khanaki after convicting him of collaborating with Israel and the United States, according to a Reuters report. Iran's judiciary claimed Kanaki carried out armed activities on behalf of foreign powers and posed a threat to national security. State judiciary outlet Mizan said Kanaki had joined an unnamed armed opposition group operating against the Iranian government in 2023. Iranian authorities said he was arrested during a security operation in Karaj in February, following an intelligence-led investigation. Mizan claimed security forces recovered firearms, ammunition, and explosive devices during a search of Kanaki's residence. The judiciary did not identify the alleged opposition group or provide further details about its activities inside Iran. Iranian authorities also released no information about Kanaki's trial proceedings or whether he had legal representation. The execution comes as Iran continues an extensive crackdown on dissent and anti-government activity following recent waves of protests. Tehran has repeatedly accused Israel and the United States of supporting armed groups seeking to destabilize the country and undermine its government. The U.S. military has identified the third service member confirmed killed in the recent Iranian attacks linked to the Jordan front. The Pentagon has confirmed another American military fatality, marking a new milestone in the escalating conflict with Iran. With the latest confirmation, the number of American service members reported killed in the conflict has now climbed to 18. Iran's expanding missile and drone campaign is proving increasingly deadly for U.S. forces operating across the Middle East. President Donald Trump also addressed the latest casualties in a post on Truth Social, acknowledging the growing cost of the conflict. Despite mounting casualties, President Trump has ordered an 11th consecutive night of strikes against targets inside Iran. U.S. Central Command statement read, and I quote, "CENTCOM forces began striking military targets in Iran at 7 p.m. Eastern Time today for the 11th consecutive night. The strikes are designed to continue degrading Iran's ability to threaten commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz." At 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time on July 21st, U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM, successfully completed the 11th consecutive evening of strikes against Iran. CENTCOM assets targeted Iranian military operation centers, maritime capabilities, aircraft hangars, drone storage facilities, and military logistics infrastructure to further degrade Iran's ability to threaten commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. Over the past 3 months, Iran has attacked more than 30 commercial vessels transiting the international waterway vital for regional and global trade. The unwarranted attacks have endangered hundreds of innocent mariners and undermined freedom of navigation. Despite Iranian aggression, the Strait of Hormuz remains open for commercial vessel transit. Since early May, CENTCOM forces have helped facilitate the transit of approximately 900 commercial vessels and 450 million barrels of crude oil. Unquote. American forces continue striking military targets across Iran as Washington presses ahead with its expanding air campaign. U.S. officials say the strikes are designed to weaken Iran's ability to threaten shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. Military command centers, drone facilities, and logistics sites remain at the center of the latest American offensive. Iranian air defense systems were activated once again as another wave of U.S. strikes unfolded overnight. Residents in northeastern Tehran reported renewed air defense fire as explosions echoed across the capital. Fresh explosions were also reported in Bandar Abbas as strikes continued near the Strait of Hormuz. Sirik was shaken once again as new blasts echoed across southern Iran during the latest round of attacks. Overnight explosions were also reported in Tabriz, Chabahar, and Kangavar as the conflict spread across multiple regions. Mahajah has now joined the growing list of Iranian cities affected by the expanding U.S. air campaign. Explosions continue to ripple across multiple Iranian cities as both sides intensify military operations. Iran's air defense network remains on high alert, responding repeatedly to incoming strikes. The conflict has now entered its 11th consecutive night, with no visible signs of de-escalation. Washington says it will maintain relentless military pressure until Iran's operational capabilities are significantly reduced. The Strait of Hormuz remains at the heart of the conflict, with both sides treating the strategic waterway as a critical battlefield.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Have you ever wondered what happens when a banking dynasty meets tides of world history, intrigue, and a dash of myth?
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Have you ever wondered what happens when a banking dynasty meets tides of world history, intrigue, and a dash of myth?
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.